Hello, America. Welcome to the Sports Goombahs. I am Cassidy King. I got I don't got no chef to the left. I do got Mikey the Wall. Chef's out today. He's not feeling well. Couldn't make it. I was lost his pipes.
Yeah, I was not feeling well, and when Clemson was playing this game, I almost didn't show up as well. But I fought through. My ailment. Yeah.
Welcome to the Sports Goombahs. We are live at www.sgshow.net, and we are totally. You hear that creaking in the back? Got somebody squeaking in the back.
Well, the music?
The music, yeah. Now it's gone. www.sgshow.net. We are live at the 515 studios, buried somewhere deep outside Philadelphia, PA. We're ranting, beefing, everything sports and more. And don't forget, February 1st, we have our live show coming from Steam Restaurant.
Steam Pub.
Steam Pub, Steam Restaurant, Steam Pub. Just be there. February 1st, 8 o'clock sharp. Go to the website for any information you need, directions, that kind of stuff.
Got some prizes.
Yeah, we're going to give away.
Giveaways. Yeah. What are we giving away?
We're giving away these Sports Goombahs t-shirts. The logo in front.
Oh, that's nice.
Very valuable. Very valuable. Tossing.
You know what else is valuable? Is that Jordan Matthews authentic Eagles jersey.
Listen, if you can catch.
How about what are the row 6 Flyers?
Row 6 Flyer seats. You want to see a team that's winning some games lately?
Yeah,
some doing not too bad actually.
Plus more, of course. So yeah, I mean, like I said, we got an authentic Jordan Matthews size XL. So that's the average male size, right? This is America.
Yeah, sure.
We're all extra large here.
Little something in the belly there, no big deal. But yeah, February 1st, 8 o'clock.
That's in Southampton, PA.
Yes, sir. Go to the website for directions. Anything you need there. Of course, the chef is out today. I'll tell you the weather around here. I can't, 65 degrees 2 days ago. What's it like? 25 out there right now. No wonder everybody's getting sick.
It's cold out.
I'm a little congested myself, a little bit inside. I was supposed to head down to Florida this weekend.
Yeah, I remember we were. It was like questionable whether we're going to be here, not be here.
Yeah, it was.
I was waiting for the word from you.
I started 53 this weekend, so I thought I'd,
I saw them. Happy birthday!
Thank you very much. I'd go out and see one of my lady friends out there in Florida, Melbourne, Florida, actually. So I listen. Just my luck, right? I sneak out. Don't tell anybody. Just slipped away Friday night. I get down to the airport. Getting down to the airport, who's my first nemesis is who? I-95, right? Jesus. 3-hour wait. Somebody got a big accident.
I don't know when you keep going on 95 because I was on 95 2 nights ago, Saturday night.
No, this is Friday night. Friday night, 3 o'clock.
It's only you.
Somebody wipes out on 95. So both sides they got to get the rescue, all that other bullshit that goes on with that stuff. So already I'm thinking, I ain't going to make this flight. There's no way I can do it. I got off. I went through the city in and out, that kind of stuff. I got there on time. And I check in, getting excited, Went down to Florida a couple of days, no one's going to bother me. They put me on this plane, a brand new, I think it was a 303 Airbus, whatever, American Airlines. Best plane I ever been on, all right? I get my seat. I get in there and take care of business. They're ready to take off. They started taxiing to the runway. I noticed there's a ton of seats in one of them 8 across planes, I haven't seen one of them in ages. So I undone my seatbelt. I jumped on. I have 4 seats laying across, right? I'm going down to Hollywood. And I got a connect flight, too, unfortunately. I don't usually do a connect, but I had a connect to get to this airport, in Florida. So they delay it 20 minutes. So already I'm like, oh, what? You can't delay me. I'm going to connect. So says, we're going to delay this 20 minutes. We have some maintenance issue. All right, so I kicked back. I ran my credit card. They put on the little – each seat had a nice little TV set with music, movies, or TV shows you could watch,
Or were the Goombahs on there?
No, we weren't. We didn't get to American Airlines yet. We were working on it. But their seats were nice. It wasn't, and this wasn't first class. This was okay class. All right. Then all of a sudden they come back. Well, we have a little problem here. We're gonna need another 5 minutes, 10 minutes for a takeoff. But sit back. We're ready to go. They moved the plane to the runway where they get ready to take off. All of a sudden, I'm getting tired of hearing the captain comes on. When you hear 4 or 5 times the captain before they take off, you got a big problem. Says, we got a slight problem. We're going to go back to the gate. What? Back to the gate?
It sounds like females are working on this plane. And my reason is because we all know when females are getting ready, it's, 10 more minutes.
Yeah.
5 more minutes. 5 more minutes. And then next thing you know, it's like midnight and you don't go out.
I said to the stewardess, she's walking by, I said, I don't want to hear his voice again because I'm getting off this plane because of this much problems now. I'm not going in the air with this thing. I don't care if it's one bolt missing. You go from maintenance to 20-minute delay, Philly airport. You never know what you're going to get there. So we go back, and now they can't get us back into the airport because there's not an open spot. So we're sitting out there, hour. I already missed my connect, so I'm done already, right?
That's awful.
I don't have another plane coming to do my connect till tomorrow, 1:00. We all get off the plane. I walked up the thing, waiting in the line now because half the plane was connecting someplace. I waited in line there another hour, and I woke up and I'm like, I'm done. I'm going home. We could put you in a hotel here. Down here, I live in Philly. I'm going home. I said, refund the ticket. That's it. Vacation's done. I'm only going for 2.5 days. I'm coming back Monday. I'm going to wait till tomorrow to go. End the story, man.
Considering I'm going to Florida in 2 weeks, it's an awful story. I don't want to be hearing that story. Yeah. Although I take Southwest. That was mistake number one. He didn't take Southwest.
Yeah, I know. I used to be a U.S. Air guide, and it changed to American. And maybe it would get a little better. It didn't.
Round trip like $105 Southwest.
Really? Round trip?
Yep.
Well, it's triple that.
Yes. Yeah, you're making a huge mistake.
But here's the thing. You never get planes like this when you fly to Florida. You just got to go overseas to get these huge jets. I got one. You know what I mean? And it was a nice.
Congratulations. Here you are in Philadelphia.
Yeah, I'm riding on 95 on Friday, shaking my head. What the, come on. Deserve better than this. And then, then they got 65-degree weather here, which is almost like Florida, it's like Everglades weather around here. And then you get 25 degrees, and this is the middle of January.
Maybe we'll blame that was the reason you had a rough weekend with your plays. You had a great week.
Yeah, no,
rough weekend. So I think
we'll a lot of cash to go down there with.
We're gonna blame it on the plane. Throwing off your mentality.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank God, my little daughter, when I got home, she felt so bad for me. She went and got one of those Carvel ice cream cakes. Which you would have loved, man.
I do love an ice cream.
In fact, I got a couple pieces in the freezer.
I do love me an ice cream cake.
Yeah,
not a fan of regular cake.
Yeah, I looked at it and said, this worked. Good job, girl. You did go with this one, So that was my 53rd birthday weekend.
Why, right. That's when I preface it. I was hoping that the chef was going to be here. And it's rare for me to hope the chef was going to be there. Usually I want him gone so I can get more mic time, more face time. Right. But I was like, I knew my boys were playing tonight. They're playing right now. So I said, okay, I'm just going to be in like your phone, you can put it in airplane mode, where it's still technically a phone, but it's not really working. That was going to be me tonight. I was just going to be like this, like watching it. Yeah. What do you say? Yeah. But now I actually have to talk. I have to communicate. So this is a shame for me. But luckily we have the 80-inch plasma on the wall, so I will be fine.
We'll keep you informed on what's going on with the game. Much like all
if you catch me tuning out, just snap your fingers,
okay.
And I'll check in.
I got you.
I'll check in with you. Oh, yeah, Chip Kelly sucks.
Yeah.
That's the default answer.
You want to talk with us? You want to beef with us a little bit, filling for the chef for a little bit? You can give us a call, 267-563-2893. That's 267-563-2893. This is the Sports Goombahs. This is brought to you by Castle Public Adjusters. Give Castle a call anytime you have any storm damage, water damage, fire, smoke, any insurance claim at your house. 215-752-1237. That's 215-752-1237, like it says on the sign on the front desk here. Mm-hmm. Check them out at thecastlepa.com.
You can also check us out on Twitter.
Yep.
At Sports Goombahs.
At Sports Goombahs.
Always there.
I'm hanging out on Facebook a little bit.
Although I want to say, I was telling you, I don't know if you even read my text message earlier this week. Normally, I'm very active on Twitter throughout the day. Now, I work.
They cut you off.
I sit there and I'm on Twitter. I'm on the show. I'm looking at things for the Wall Report. I'm on all day long. It's like 75-25 work here as opposed to work I'm supposed to be doing.
Right.
I don't know if it's just because of me, but I came into work one day and they pulled the plug. On every website, everything is blocked.
They're making noise, man. They say
exactly.
The URL's got Goombahs.
I can't go anywhere.
That SG shows all over the place.
And it's funny because I used to have a block on websites, when I work, and you can use this like quota time thing if you're allowed 60 minutes. So, and before, and I used to go to sgshow.net. Beforehand, they didn't know who we were. All I said was continue. I went right through, no problem. I went on this time. It says we're blocked for entertainment. So we're on the radar.
Oh, there you go.
They know that we are entertaining.
It's just a matter of time for we get there.
So unfortunately, I got to pay to come to the site.
All right,
not them though; it's free for them.
Yeah, well,
unless you're at work.
Work people, they want you more work with these internets and telephone. You can go on your phone and get on.
Yeah, I do on my phone, but I can't.
Yeah, it's too hard.
Can't be sitting all day.
I got you. All right, let's get right to the weekend in sports. We had the NFL wild card games.
4-0 road team.
Unbelievable, and just pathetic football being played. I mean, good football on one side and pathetic on the other side. I mean, you're missing field goals and stupid penalties. I know in that Cincinnati game, that was just.
It was an interesting game.
Yeah, it was a good football game. I mean,
it was an entertaining game because when I tuned it on, because I went to, that was Saturday, right? Yes, I went to the Sixers game. A friend of mine had an extra ticket, so I mean, why not? I figured
the Cavaliers.
No, it wasn't Cavs. It was Sunday. It was I got to see the Raptors, so I can't miss. But I did go, so I got home like 11 or so, and I turned the game on. And it was 15-0. I was like, okay, this is gonna be a blowout. Literally like 2 minutes later, the Bengals scored and made it a real football game.
Right.
And they had that lead at the end, and I mean, obviously everyone wants to make the scapegoat, perfect and Pac-Man, but let's not forget the fact that the running back could have iced the game and he fumbled the ball.
That's it. Exactly. That's but still, to me, there's a coaching problem there. If you have players out of control like that in a game like this, you got to have everybody's got to be on the same page. You have so many coaches on the sideline that everybody's got to be in everybody's ear all the time, especially in an important spot like that. I mean, you have the football game; it's yours, right? Don't give it away.
Yeah,
like
they had
that.
the game. I mean, the penalties are one thing because
discipline is gone in the NFL.
Yeah, but probably also with those two players, Pac-Man and Perfect, both of their red flags, so to speak, touchdown. Clemson, by the way, we're winning.
There you go.
Both the red flags were character issues,
right?
And that they're either hotheads or they're messes off the field. Man, I mean, I've always been a proponent of I don't care what your flags are. If you can play, I'll take you. But in this case, it looks like a
game. Yeah,
cost you a game.
Is Jones back on the team next year? After playing,
I mean, if he's not, it's not because of his play. If he's not, it's because he's like 30 something now.
Yeah, but he's also had some
corners in their 30s aren't exactly.
That entire secondary's had problems.
Perfect, we'll be back
with bad hits all year. Cincinnati's been called several times for that stuff, and they're all going to get fined for this and whatever. I mean,
Perfect's already been suspended for 3 games.
There you go. And it's just so typical for Cincinnati. Find a way to lose in the playoffs.
Marvin Lewis, if he coached in any other city in the world, would be. They'd want his head.
Yeah.
On a platter.
Cincinnati doesn't care.
0-7.
Yeah. That's
how many? How could you? If you were in Philadelphia, how could you go 0 and what before we would fire you?
0-2.
0-2. That's it. Well, no, he only got one. So Chip only got one. But yeah, I mean, imagine if we had a coach went 0-7. We hated Andy Reid because he couldn't win a Super Bowl. Andy Reid won like 20 playoff games, and we still wanted him out of town. Yeah. 0-7, 5 straight wild card losses. That's impressive.
Yeah, that's wild card losses. Too. Yeah, that's even worse.
They aren't even advancing at all. They're not getting anywhere.
Yeah, and look over the other game, the Seattle game, and to me, Seattle's still the luckiest football team in the world, man. They've been lucky since they won the Super Bowl. Okay? I mean they're good and they're lucky, but I
did like Minnesota as a team.
Yeah,
I thought they were a year early for how good they were. I mean, they won 11 games. I didn't really think they're going to win 11 this year. Especially with Bridgewater only being a second year, but
he's getting better.
He is getting.
He's
a game manager. I know they don't like to hear that term, but you
got to run it back like that. All you do is manage the game. Hey, Peterson, he has fumble problems every now and then. He has that problem. It's a shame because they played such a great defensive game, and they had the field goal man. And the laces, and the freaking laces.
I have to keep seeing his stupid memes and pictures of Louis Giselle.
With the
Ace Ventura. I mean, it's so stupid because
that's the NFL, man. They live on that kind of stuff.
I mean, obviously, Walsh is not going to blame it on that.
No,
but honestly,
here's why they had any points.
What is the difference? I've kicked footballs, granted not in the NFL.
Right.
I mean, of course you'd rather have the laces out, but you shouldn't miss 27-yard field goals.
No,
we can go up back right now.
That looked like a nervous. That looked like a nervous front.
It had nothing to do with laces.
First step was weak.
You could probably lay the ball on its side and he'd kick it.
To me, it looked like his first step was way too much on an angle. Like he was going to pull it anyway.
I didn't really analyze the video other than the fact that I can't. I mean, could you imagine that in Philly?
No, that's you're lucky to get out of the stadium. Anything else?
And that is just
Well, that's and other than that, the Packer game was what it was. They, Aaron Rodgers took over. Okay, he's money. Obviously, he's money. He took over. Redskins are a fraud. They are what they are.
I'm not going to call the Redskins a fraud.
Well, you got players.
They're going to go into 2016, whatever it is. Yeah. They're going to go into the favorite.
Yeah, well, because of where they ended up this year. But you got Deshaun Jackson. I mean, come on, man. You got to go in that end zone.
They need a receiver.
He should have been in that end zone. He should not have gone for the corner. He should have taken all his power and blew his way right in and not trying to catch the corner.
He has no power. He has less power than Vic.
Yeah, but that's his problem right there. He could have got in that end zone. He didn't have to go tiptoeing and stretch the ball out. He could have made an effort for it. You know what cost him
but they need a real receiver.
Yeah.
I mean, Garçon's
Right.
He's old, and Deshaun's what he is. He's a diva.
And,
Jordan Reed is a real problem.
Yeah.
He's top 3 tight end in football. So that alone is going to be enough to win you a couple games. Just cousins of him.
Gruden's a good coach.
Yeah,
he knows what he's doing. He took what he had there. You know, he changed his quarterback, and yeah, you're right. They just coaching alone.
And they need to get a better defense. Like nothing. I mean, I'm not blaming the loss on the defense, but the defense isn't that great.
Well, let's look at it this way. They had the top coach in the division now, right?
I mean, considering the 2 teams don't have one, yeah.
Well, even,
I mean,
no matter,
the fact that there's only 2, yes.
But the thing is, no matter who the other 2 teams get, there's still going to be.
I'm hearing way too many reports and grumblings of Gruden to Philly. I'm still here.
But it's always every time there's a coaching issue in the NFL, it's always Gruden.
It wasn't this strong last time.
Yeah. Well,
I don't think it's going to happen, but
the NFL wants it to happen probably because they want the brother thing going here in the East, and that'll be that'll be back and forth. And his brother's starting to look like him now, so he's starting to lose some of his hair. He's starting to make some of them faces down on the sideline that Gruden made. I'm a little sick of Gruden in the booth anyway at this point.
I'm never sick of Gruden.
I don't mind his quarterback shows and stuff like that. I'm not too thrilled with him on doing the games. I mean, he's both sides.
Give me as much Gruden as possible. I'm fine with that.
Well, he's, I'll take him for the press conferences. That's about it. Yeah, he's the only one I would say, yeah, get him right now. I mean, to me, like I said yesterday, I'm afraid this might happen. I don't want Doug Peterson here. I was talking to you before the show. He has not earned his right to be an NFL coach. Just because you're an assistant coach for Andy Reid and he's on one of his stupid runs that ends this week in New England, okay? But
if it does, you can't blame him for it.
No,
I'm not really anti Peterson. I don't want Peterson. I don't want him as the head coach. If he is the next head coach, I'm not going to cry. It's not,
and we're not going nowhere because all he will be is a yes man to that to my howdy.
But how do we know that?
Because we know what the Eagles. Look what they've done here. Look at this past week of dog and pony interviews. I mean, it's like their biggest thing is Jeff Lurie. I call him Howdy and Glory. Howdy Doody and Glory Lurie. They're just going around the league, just interviewing people and getting in the news. And who are they to interview anybody for a head coach job? I mean,
why wouldn't they?
Because I would know what I would want. I'd want a good football general manager interviewing my coach.
Well, they obviously that's not what they're looking for.
Oh, because they want yes men. They want guys who are going to listen to Roseman up there and what he has to say and the players. That's what's going. How do you get a guy like Roseman and you kick him out and then you bring him back after you kick him out for Kelly? You shouldn't bring him back. You get someone else.
That should be a thing against Roseman.
Yeah, it is
for being a bitch. Because if you fire me, you can't or demote me.
Even worse. That's even worse. That's what I'm saying.
That's on Roseman for having no spine.
That's my whole thing about Roseman. He has no spine. He should be a football guy. He should be in there.
So why will you assume the next coach or GM is a yes man to Howie?
Because that's the position Howie's been put in now by Lurie. That's his position, Mike. That's what he is. He is the main man in charge now down there. Between anybody who comes in.
Depends who it is. It depends who it is. Well, if it's Peterson, obviously he's not going to be a GM figure because he has no right to be that. They're interviewing Coughlin again or whatever, and Coughlin has no interest in player personnel. Coughlin wants to coach, and that's it. So he wouldn't be a yes man to Howie, but all he wants to do is coach.
There is no way he's a coach in the Eagles. They're not going to bring him in.
I'm not saying no way.
Jeffrey Lurie is going to get a young. Look at the track record of who he's coached on his team. He takes a young assistant coach. He's taken Andy Reid, a quarterback coach, not even an assistant coach, a quarterback, and took him and made him a coach because he was told to. I don't know how he got Kelly. He got Kelly because he was the flavor coming out of college. So, and he didn't even want to be here. But when he got back to Oregon, they go, "We're in trouble over here. Okay, I'm going back to Philly and taking that job. I'll whack that place for 3 years until I get back in the college ranks or whatever happened. The experiment." He took Ray Rhodes before Reid. I think it was Ray Rhodes before Reid.
Yeah.
Took him as an assistant. He was an Eagle assistant actually at the time, I think. But if you look at the coach, he's not going to bring an old time coach. It's like bringing Parcells back or bringing was the old Raider coach, Shanahan. Or bringing him back in.
I don't think of him as a Raiders coach. I thought of him as a Broncos coach.
Yeah, you're right. Broncos coach. Right,
he did coach Raiders.
Did he coach Raiders?
No, I'm saying I don't think of him that.
Yeah, well, whatever. I mean, you know what I'm saying.
You wouldn't say the old Raiders coach John Gruden.
I'm talking about the old school guys, the guys who were hip in the 70s and 80s as coaches. You can't bring them back now because I think the problem with the Giants is that their coaches, Giants football's moved on to it's more of a show than it is athletic stars anymore. It's and like I talked about all the time. Look, just what we're talking about today. We're not even talking about action today. We're talking about everything but field action. And what we did talk about on the field was the horror that went on the field, the hits and the bad plays. We're not talking about quarterbacks and how good they played or running backs or what they did. We're talking about the bad hits, the penalty flags, the coaches and things like that, which is something we talk about every week on this show. It's what makes this show go, because outside the lines in the NFL is what the NFL is about now. I mean,
of course, that's what it is in any show. Turn on any show on ESPN, they're not talking about the guy who ran for 110 yards and a touchdown.
I'm not saying I'm not
talking about the guy who missed the field goal.
That's my point. In a sport like this, it's more like it's this what I've been calling the soap opera. NFL soap opera is what it is. Really, no other sport talks about their off the field stuff as much as the NFL. Basketball, hockey, it's all about the action.
I agree 100% with that. Yeah. I mean, when you have the baseball playoffs, I mean, for the most part, you're talking about the amazing 3-hit shutout that somebody threw, or the 4-hit game. They're not so much talking about, he's so and so struck out or the bases loaded. Yeah, I agree with that. But I mean, but the NFL, like you said, the NFL's become kind of it's a parody at this point.
Yeah, exactly. And it's ratings too. I mean, this stuff I understand there's so many sports outlets on the internet and on TV. You got to fill space. I mean, how many shows can just talk about the same thing? Can you imagine we came in here and we talked exactly what was talked about yesterday, verbatim. What we heard on the radio. No one would even give us 5 minutes. Oh, we heard that already. So we got to make it different. You got to delve into some of the crazy stuff that goes on in sports to make it interesting at this point. And the NFL doesn't hold back on any of that crap either. There's always something going on, whether somebody's being locked up or bad hits or whatever.
Going to Vegas and drag.
Yeah. He's the best, man.
That's your boy.
He's the best. I hope he stays in the NFL. We need him. The NFL needs a guy like that. You got to have that character. He diverts a lot of action towards him. Who he's going to play for next year, man? I couldn't care less.
I don't know where he's going to play.
I hope it isn't Dallas. That'll just rip that team up even more than it already is, for the most part. But yeah, I mean, and then we have old Donald Trump weighing in. He's running out of shit to talk about. He's ripped everybody. So he figures, you know what? He's watching NFL yesterday. And he's like, what's wrong with the NFL? They're a bunch of wimps. Donald says that he watches the NFL and he doesn't like what he sees anymore. He doesn't like the fact that everything's toned down a whole lot, just like our country. It's not a winner anymore. It's not a winning sport anymore, just like our country. Is it smart?
God damn it, interception. Sorry.
Smart move for Trump to get involved in the football stuff now. I mean, he did try to buy the Buffalo Bills, I think, at one point or whatever. Can a president own a football team?
I mean, Bush on. Not while.
No, baseball team. Texas,
you can't own any of them while you're actually.
I don't know if you can. I don't know. We got to check the rule book on that.
While you're president,
you can't own a football team while you're president.
I would assume you can't.
You have to give up all your businesses when you become president. Ownership of stuff. I have to check it. I don't know. I can't be.
Because everybody who's ever been a president before didn't really. That was their jobs. Bush didn't get out of Texas because he became president. He was governor. I know that.
Right.
I'm saying, but most of them come from political backgrounds where that is their job. This is the first time we had people with CEOs from this company and heads of this company think, I'm president now.
Surgeon might have a couple.
Yeah, why not? I did a couple brain surgeries. Now I'm going to be president of the United States. So.
Yeah. So, obviously Trump's running out of stuff to talk about. And, now the NFL is always big with people. So if he starts talking football now, he's sucking more people to you. Oh, NFL, Trump, the NFL talking about football. Yeah. And then when you get into the voting booths and you start thinking about that stuff, he's a football guy or whatever. But just some more noise to be made for the most part. But I don't know. I hope the Eagles pick up a coach soon. I mean, I don't want to, how long are they going to go? Most teams go, boom, they get somebody. I
mean, look at the other teams out there. Only only Gase has gone to Miami. I mean, there's really nobody else.
And he was the tasty choice right now, right? He's
the tastiest of that's out there.
Yeah, well,
I wouldn't call him tasty.
You go online, you see so many.
Yeah, he's like guys. He's the guy who's like sexy, whatever. But it's not a good crop.
No, that's what I mean. It's not. It's like did they whack Kelly too soon? I don't know. Did they? It's a
you can't make your decision on who else is out there. If you're a bad coach and you lost a team, you got to go.
Yeah, but here the problem is who they're going to pull in this thing.
And that's why people make the argument for Coughlin, because he's not a long term thing. You get 3 plus years out of a guy who has 2 rings.
Does he want to build a team? They got to have some work here on this team. This isn't just
the Eagles are never that far away.
Well,
they're never that far away.
wide receiver they are. If this isn't a fluke, they're far wide. Well, he does have a running back. He does have a couple of running backs with. He likes to work with that stuff. That's his typical New York
Giants.
Giants.
Nothing of in New York.
Yeah, we had wide receivers. He had the opposite.
And it comes in the whole problem. If Sam Bradford leaves, and a lot of people think he may because they don't think he's a big fan of the city of Philadelphia. If he does leave, then yeah, you pretty much are rebuilding. Yeah, because if you don't have Bradford, who are you bringing in? We went over the quarterback free agent slaying last week. There wasn't much out there, and if you're drafting one, then you're automatically admitting that you're rebuilding.
To me, I would like to see Gruden. Because it would electrify the city. Yeah, Number one, you get a mouth. We love a mouth.
We'll be back on top of Sports Center again.
And that's it. Once
again, no matter what happens,
and it'd be good for us to the material be pouring in. Just the video of it would be great, video and audio. And
the exact opposite end of the spectrum would be Peterson. Just the least sexy,
nothing,
vanilla hiring you can get.
I'm
not saying it'd be a bad one. I mean,
I can't remember even. I
just don't want it.
You can't tell me you can't choose a coach because number one, the team he's on is on an 11-game run this year, but the team has lost crucial games prior to that he's been a part of. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about the debacle in Indianapolis.
I don't even think he was there.
He was there. He's been
what? He was not a real coach back then.
He's not a real coach now. What's he do now? Does he call plays? Call plays for Andy Reid?
He doesn't call plays. That's what Andy does. But Andy will never give a call.
Yeah. Well, so then what's he do? He's a quarterback coach?
I don't know what he does.
That's a problem. What questions is he answering? What great questions is Jeffrey Lurie asking him? What do you think about the long snap? Oh yeah, 3-step, 2-step, or 5-step quarterback. Is that the kind of quarterback?
So he was offensive coordinator since 2013. So no, I don't think he was even there for that other game.
He's offensive coordinator for who?
For Green Bay.
For
Green Bay, for Kansas City.
Kansas City. Okay.
His picture was with him in Green Bay.
Yeah.
So no, I don't even think he was on that team.
Yeah. He was a dud quarterback the 1 year he was here. That's all anybody remembers about him, how terrible he was.
That's why it's not going to be a sexy. And he actually was. He was the offensive coordinator for that team. That was his first year.
Yeah.
Well, again, but he's not calling plays. He's not the one up by 40 in the second half throwing the ball. That was Andy. That was Big Red.
No, if he's there if you're going to give him credit for the 11-game winning streak now, he's got to take the beating for losing in the third and fourth quarter of that football. Doesn't mean no. You go with the bad. You can't just jump on that.
No, I'm not though. But I'm saying he has nothing. He never calls plays. Yeah. So he has nothing to do with
That's
Andy.
Even worse. He never calls.
The ball.
He doesn't know how to call plays.
Up 30 in the second half. That's Andy. That will always be Andy.
He'll have Roseman in his headphone. Okay, we want to run the ball right. Run the ball right. I'm gonna do my radio show on Monday. I have to have something to talk about.
I don't care. I mean, I don't want Peterson, like I said, but I'm not gonna start storming the NovaCare complex with pitchforks if they do hire him. Right? I don't care either way. I'm not that invested in the team.
I hear you, man. I hear you loud and clear. All right, let's take a break. When we come back, we're gonna have the Wall Report. We're gonna have some picks. Between Mike and I had a very hot week. As long as you didn't take my NFL plays.
No, I didn't take NFL plays. Stayed away from it.
Stayed away from it. Yeah. Cash the King. I got Mikey the Wall. Here's a little condolence to the chef. He gets better. He clears his throat. And don't forget, February 1st, Steam Pub
in Southampton.
That's right. Go to our website for directions and times and stick with it. Cash the King, Mike the Wall. We'll be right back. Avoid the hassle. Just call Castle Public Adjusters. Get the edge on your insurance company. 215-752-1237. That's 215-752-1237. Or check them out at castlepa.com. Don't settle for less. Get the maximum for your claim. Castle Public Adjusters. 215-752-1237.
Hey, yo, Cassie, what are you doing?
I got plumbing problems here. I can't get the water to go down the drain. What am I going to do?
Call Guaranteed Plumbing, 215-342-7200 for all your plumbing needs. Serving the Philadelphia area and the greater Delaware Valley.
What was that phone number again?
215-342-7200.
Oh, hey, yeah, oh.
BZI Group Inc. for your individual and small group health insurance needs. BZI offers free instant online insurance quotes and applications from major health insurance carriers. The BZI Group is dedicated to a no-nonsense approach to health insurance. They focus on giving you the insurance you need in a timely and cooperative manner. Whether you're looking for individual and family, group, seniors, life, or long-term coverage, BZI can help. For additional information or to speak with an insurance expert, call 1-800-431-4834 or email them at www.bzigroup.com.
When you need a good roof over your head, call Seal Roofing. They've been keeping folks warm and dry for many years now and are proud of their work. Seal Roofing and Contracting does it all, whether you need simple repairs before the next big rainy season or a whole new roof. Maybe you need new siding or windows. You can be certain that when you hire Seal Roofing, you're hiring the best. Available 7 days a week with 24-hour emergency service and free estimates. Call 215-533-4066. That's 215-533-4066 or visit sealroofing.net.
Sports Goombahs, Cassidy King here. I got Mikey the Wall. Random beef and everything sports here at the 515 Studios, very deep outside Philadelphia, PA. Guess what? This is the pick session. This is where Mike and I earn you some money. And last week we did. If you followed it the way you're supposed to. Now, I put out plays. Doesn't mean you got to play every one. Pick and choose.
You play the winners.
You got to play the winners. Yeah. This is the pick session brought to you by Auto Magic Car Care. Check them out at 215-322-2561 or look them up at automagiccarcare.com. Mikey Primo, Matty Litton, best auto detailers in the Delaware Valley, bar none. All right, last week I was 8-5, 8-1 in the NHL, which means I'm not giving any more NFL picks out. Done. I'm wasting my time with that. I do it because I get a little pressure to do it. No more. Total NHL. Last week I told you Chicago all week. Don't question the number. Don't do anything. And they won every game we put out there. I got them again. I got them again tomorrow. And just to get it into it, I want to put I got tonight's play. I got the Los Angeles Kings over Detroit. Lay to 200. Take Los Angeles. Jump on that tonight. That is
10 o'clock start?
10 o'clock start. Yeah.
You got 25 minutes.
25 minutes. I want to get that out there before I get 8-5. Last week, the NFL games destroyed me. I was lost on that one. I lost one hockey game. It was the Washington Islander game, which I thought would go over. Didn't. What did I get? 5 on that one? I think it was a 4-1 game or whatever. Should just stayed on Washington. Took the side play on that one.
I'm looking at 8-3 on the record, by the way. Your record for the week.
8-3
in hockey.
In hockey,
you were 8-3. You weren't 8-1.
What did I lose? I lost the Washington game.
You lost to Dallas over.
Oh,
side
yeah,
over.
I got the Dallas over.
That was Tuesday. It was a while ago.
I'm sorry. Yep.
Then you lost a game Thursday and you lost a game Saturday. But you know what? Like I said, you got 8 wins, though. Kind of balances out.
I messed that up. Well, I'm glad I had you here to straighten that
checker.
shit out. So I just lost 2 NFL games this week then, right?
Yeah, you're 0-2 in
the NFL. 2 in the NFL. Okay.
You tried twice. You failed twice.
Yeah.
But hockey, like I said,
yeah,
I don't want to shortchange it.
Yeah.
And anyway, 11.
And I did, when I was on Washington and Dallas last week, because with Dallas, our Dow Jones team, we're on them every game they play regardless. But that started to change a little bit. Dallas is slipping a little bit. And you know how I am. I watch that stuff go on. Right now, I'm on Chicago. I was on Chicago last week. I like them tomorrow again.
I like how you had the balls to take them back to back. They played Pittsburgh back to back.
I took them both, yeah.
You had the balls to take them both times.
Absolutely.
And you took the over both times. And you hit all of them. You went 4-0 and just that one matchup. That's it.
So I like Chicago tomorrow, later 150. Who are they playing tomorrow? I think they're playing.
I don't know. I would never know that.
Nashville, I believe they're playing tomorrow. I definitely like Chicago, later 150 tomorrow, and the over 2.5 on that one as well. This week I want Minnesota. Minnesota's playing Buffalo on Tuesday. Okay, Buffalo, Winnipeg, and Nashville. Now, in the Nashville game, I like the over 2.5, and that's going to be a 2.5 over the total there on the side total. They're in Nashville. The other two games are in Minnesota. That's the team I like this week. So you're going to line yourself up with Minnesota this week.
And you were asking about Chicago?
I'm not. No.
Who are you asking about tomorrow night?
Tomorrow, Chicago tomorrow night.
Yeah, tomorrow they play at home against Nashville.
At home against Nashville. Nashville's weak. And then I know I started the season off with Nashville. I was all over them, and they kind of went downhill. Yeah, that's why we call them Dow Jones picks. Because it's like the stock market. You got to run with what's going on. Right now, Chicago's the hot hand. A couple hot hands in sports right now. Woo. What's Vic doing down there?
Should like that pick.
Jeez. Like that last one. So there we have. We have Minnesota. All 3 games this week. Chicago tomorrow night. LA Kings tonight. Get on them. Do what you have to do with them. Last week we were 8-3 in the NHL, and we lost 2 NFL games. But we won't worry about NFL games. The next play I might put out the Super Bowl, but that's it. And that's why we're going to be a total.
We're abolishing the NFL picks.
Yeah, only the totals at him. Mikey went 2-0 this week.
I did go 2-0. If you are checking me out on the Mind of Mike section, also I tweeted the one out well ahead of time. Gave you enough time. Wednesday night, I gave you Stanford. Yeah, I'm a big fan of dogs in college basketball. I don't know why. It's like dogs. Not this dog down here, but I like dogs. Stanford, +6 against Oregon State. I liked it.
Okay.
So they came out with a W. And then Pitt, they're ranked. They're like 14-1. And they were getting 4 from Notre Dame. I would have taken Pitt -4. And I think they would have covered both ways. So they won the game outright. So I went 2-0. Like I said, I'm not going to be going crazy. In college basketball, it's, if you're not going to, like you said, you can't force it. If you don't like a play, don't throw it out there. I do like a play tomorrow night. So I'll give the first one here. The rest of them got to follow me. So tomorrow night, I like Wisconsin, the national runners-up this year or from last year. They're having a down year after Bo Ryan retired, but they're getting points. They're +1.5 against Northwestern. I mean, Northwestern's literally never made the tournament ever. So I'm just going to go with the fact that I'm sure Wisconsin lost most of their players, but there's guys there who are still good and have experience and all that. Northwestern has no experience of ever playing big games. So I like Wisconsin to I think they're going to win outright personally, but they're getting 1.5. So that's my first of a couple plays. I'll sprinkle them in this week.
Yep. There you go. So there you have it. There's our plays. Catch on to us right now. We're heating up over here. Well, they still have the NFL, right?
Stay away from the NFL.
Stay away from the NFL.
It's a crapshoot.
Yep. It's my time. It's my time. It's NHL time. It's my time. It's where I excel. That's our picks are brought to you by Auto Magic Car Care. 215-322-2561. AutoMagicCarCare.com. That's it. We got the score up here. What's it, 14-7 still?
14s.
Yeah.
Alabama's tied
and Mikey and I are on Clemson tonight.
I'm scared.
We don't have to even say it,
I'm
well,
scared.
14, we got 7, we got 6 coming our way. We're up 13 right now. Not a problem at all.
No, it's 14-14.
Oh, they scored again? I didn't see that one. I'm not focusing.
I'm not focusing.
I see your eyeballs running up there. I know what's going on. So, what else? And nothing doing in the NBA. No, it's pretty quiet out there right now with stuff going on.
The NBA never has news.
Yeah, it's sports is it's not a lull period. It's the NFL playoffs. All that really matters right now.
Yeah, about a month from now, we're going to be hitting that all-time low until baseball starts again.
Well, we got the NCAAs coming up. We'll focus on that one. I'm not much of the college basketball guy. I never really am. I get into the NCAAs. I get the brackets, all that bullshit that goes on with that stuff and all. But, really comes to a point now where after the NFL, it's like
I don't follow college basketball too much with like the big. With the Wisconsin game, but like I like to look for like the dumb games. So you're gonna that's what you're gonna see me put some.
Yep.
I'll be the one telling you to take Sienna over Ryder.
That's the winner.
Those are the games that no one really pays attention to, but there's a chance to win some money. So that's what you guys check those out.
Yeah, those are yeah, right. Those are the ones you want to be on. You get the good lines with that stuff. Yeah, so once again, don't forget, a couple weeks from now, February 1st. Monday night, Steam Pub. What's it? 606?
606 2nd Street Pike in Southampton.
Right outside Philadelphia. Check out the site for directions.
Drink specials, food specials, plus us.
Yeah. It's where the chef does his always cooking over there.
That's his day job.
Yep.
He doesn't just do this for a living.
No, he doesn't.
Thank God.
Yeah. So check us out there. And good show. We have a microphone. You can come up and say, question us, beef with us. We need some beefing up there, right?
You know how much I love that.
We got a few dudes want to show up and give us a hard time, right? What are you going to do? Nothing we can't handle, that's for sure. Now,
Yes, it is. Like I said, it is the abbreviated show. Got no chef here. We got the national championship game, which has my attention. So we're going to get in. We're going to get out. And if you don't mind, Cash, I want to throw, this is an unofficial sponsor here of the Wall Report. A good friend of mine asked me to throw a word out for his place. It's
Absolutely.
Got I don't know if it's the official name. We got Newkirk Fitness though. They're located at Dan Campos Fitness Center at 4926 Pearson Avenue in Philadelphia. Wednesdays 7:45 to 8:45 p.m. Saturdays noon to 1 p.m. Sundays 10:45 to 11:45 a.m. $20 a session. Cordero Newkirk. This guy was I went to high school with him. Played some college football. He went to Lackawanna, which is a big junior college, and he played at Westchester. He's a better athlete than I am. We'll say that. So he runs some training sessions. $20 a session. You can contact him 215-800-3139, or you can email him at newkirkfitness@gmail.com. So make sure you check him out. Dude's a beast. I would try one of his sessions, but I don't want to pass out. I'm not up to shape,
physically fit
to hang out with, to run with him right now. So make sure you check him out. And with that, it's a Wall Report. Cashy, the Washington Redskins were eliminated yesterday, correct? I believe that was.
What a surprise.
So they will not be getting Super Bowl rings, but that doesn't mean that you can't get yourselves a Redskins Super Bowl ring. Mark Rippon, he's putting his ring up on the his Super Bowl 22 ring has hit the auction block, selling for $15,000.
These NFL players.
I hate when they do this. I hate when they do this.
Get rid of your Super Bowl ring.
I mean, how hurting for money are you?
Rock bottom.
Like for $15,000. Granted, Mark Rippon's not a huge name.
$1,500?
$15,000.
$15,000. That sounds cheap.
Yeah, but I'm saying, I'm not saying Mark Rippon's a huge name.
No,
but sign 100 footballs, sell them for $100 each or something like that. There you go. Yeah, that's $10,000. So keep your damn ring.
Yeah, that's pathetic.
Do you know? Actually, I didn't even know he played for the Eagles. By the way, but his last career touchdown pass came as an Eagle. I didn't know he played for us.
I don't remember that.
96 apparently. He played for the Eagles. I never knew that.
Must have been a backup to somebody.
49ers. Yeah, I mean he was probably like the Rodney Pete, maybe.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
96. I don't know that era. 49ers are being sued by a fan. His name is James Halburn, who says his service dog Bear was not allowed to enter the stadium when he tried to attend a 49ers Cardinals game recently. He has some kind of disease. I forget exactly what the name's called. It's too long for me to write it down and remember it. But basically, he has seizures when he's under stressful situations. So being pressured by, 12 security guards that you need to leave and your dog needs to go. Once you're already in the stadium, they let him in, no problem. But once he was there, they said, you got to go. Well, that's a stressful situation, causing him to have a seizure, and he had to go to the hospital. So now he's suing the 49ers for not allowing him in and his dog. Look at a nice dog, a little pup. He had a San Francisco Giants hat on. The dog was a fan.
Nothing good going on down there in San Francisco.
No, there's nothing good. There's not one positive thing going on in San Francisco.
I don't remember their football team being
I
this
guess
bad.
technically, the Warriors are from San Fran, Oakland area. So if they want to reach, they can call that their team.
You win the championship. Yeah, of course they won. Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, if the New Jersey Devils won a cup, I'm sure we'd be like, hey, we're close to Jersey. We'll take that title.
I saw a Golden State game at a place called the Cow Palace.
Yeah, I remember Cow Palace.
I went to see that back in. I'm talking about the late '80s. I saw Golden State.
I remember WWE ran some events.
Right,
I remember hearing the Cow Palace late '90s.
That was exactly what it was. It was that's right outside San Francisco. Yeah. So they're a San Francisco team.
Yeah, if you want to reach for it, you can call that their team.
Yeah.
Cash, this one's for you. Ronda Rousey posing nude.
No, what? Where?
Sports Illustrated swimsuit edition.
Nude?
It's a body paint. So she will be completely nude, nothing on her, but it's gonna be body painted, some bikini. So she'll be on the cover of that.
Body painting? That's not nude.
I mean, she's not wearing clothes. It's just paint.
Would a nipple be present?
I don't know. I don't know if that's legal. Again, it's 2016. Who knows at this point? That may offend somebody. So I really don't know how the rules on that. But they showed some previews of this, and it's pretty nice, Cash. I know you'll be a fan of this one.
Yeah.
I'm sure this will be the first SI swimsuit you buy in a while.
Yeah. They have the magazine. It's not just online, right? It's a magazine.
You can catch pictures online.
Yeah.
But it's still physical. I mean, who buys magazines?
This whole studio will be plastered.
I know. We'll make it the official background. We'll take a couple of pictures down to have a Rousey
That's right.
montage.
The official Rousey network.
The Raiders, Rams, and Chargers officially filing the paperwork. They're all going to going for LA. So
all of them are going?
They're all trying. They all filed official paperwork saying we want to go to LA.
Yeah, it's a smart move.
Do any of them go, and if they do, who?
Well, you know what? obviously the best team would be to get St. Louis back. The
Rams,
Rams
back to the Rams. I think the Rams
again,
make the most sense.
Yeah.
That because of one, just geographically, they're still in the West.
Is St. Louis not supporting that football team? Is that why?
No, they like the team. They hate the city hates the owner. The city hates the owner.
Okay,
Kroenke.
so it's a personal thing.
They don't like him. Kroenke wants a new stadium, but the city doesn't want to fund it. Now he's starting to leave. Now they're going, okay, no, sorry, we'll fund it. So it's a big mess there. I mean, I think they would be the most. I don't think the Raiders are leaving. I think they're the least likely of the three. If I had to bet money, I'd go Rams. I think the Rams move.
Raiders get supported. It's not Al Davis anymore over there. I don't know if his son's the same way he is. I don't, you don't hear much. The Raiders are getting better.
He's got a horrible haircut. But other than that,
so did Al.
This is a big one for gamers like myself.
Nothing gets by you.
No. EA Sports' popular NCAA football video game. Their Facebook page posted a very cryptic video. It was only like a 3-second video. It was just of like a heart monitor, like showing like the beep, beep. Again, they haven't posted anything on this page in 18 months because, like I said, this is a game series that's been shut down since 2013 after they got sued from all the former players saying you can't use this in your game. So that leads to a lot of speculation online that's them showing the NCAA series now has a heartbeat that it's going to come back as with generic players, not as Right. So this is big news for me because this was literally my favorite game. It's going on, and so they're denying it, saying no, it has nothing to do with that. It has to do with the game tonight. So now there's a lot of speculation that they're going to be posting the official ad of like we're back type thing for the new video game. So I'm jacked for that one. The NSIC, not the NCIS. I had to keep telling myself it's not NCIS. It's NSIC, the Northern Sun Intercollegiate Conference. They suspended 4 refs for completely botching the end of the University of Sioux Falls after an upset win over Winona State. I mean, I'm sure we all know about the juggernaut that is the Winona State women's basketball team. But let me break down the upset win. The refs called a technical foul. All right. University of Sioux Falls women hit a game-winning buzzer-beater three-pointer. The time was expired when it was over. So naturally, they all rushed the floor. The fans, the bench, everybody rushed to the floor. The refs gathered, teed them up for rushing the floor. The first time this ever happened. This happens on a regular basis that people rush the floor. They called a technical on them. And then Winona State got 2 free throws. Who promptly hits both of them, takes the lead back. Game over. Winona State wins. Obviously, the conference came out and said that was absolutely the wrong call. They suspended all 4 of them, all the refs for 4 games. They also banned them from calling tournament games. I wish this kind of thing would happen like a bigger atmosphere than just the NSIC regular season game. But yeah, that's a heartbreaking loss. Cam Newton had his first child, and about a week ago. We always make fun of the Kardashians and celebrities for naming dumb names for the kid. I mean, I know Cam Newton's the golden boy of the NFL right now, but he named his first son Chosen. That's awful. I mean, that's an awful name. Chosen. Like, I mean, if Kim and Kanye named their kid Chosen, we'd rip them to pieces, would we not? Of course we would. He
needs to win that Super Bowl for him to go and name with that.
Yeah, okay. Maybe he won't win one. Maybe his chosen son will win one. The Astros, remember this is a couple of wall reports months back. The Astros and Cardinals, the old hacking controversy where they hacked all the emails from the guy left the. I'm trying to think which way it was. He left the Cardinals. No, he left the Astros to go to the Cardinals, and then started hacking the Astros databases for all the things. So they finally unveiled how this all happened. The court documents were finally released. So, and you're gonna like this one. So this guy Correa, he goes from the Astros to the Cardinals. Cardinals have one password for everything they do there.
Right.
So when he goes to the Cardinals, he decides, hey, let's give his password a shot. Password worked. So he got all their data. He got their mock drafts, everything you could possibly want to know. Word got out that they might have had this. So the Astros sent an email to everybody internally, wiping out all passwords and sending new ones. Well, that would be great and all, except for the fact that the guy who runs the Astros now, his personal email was that same password. Oh. So this Correa guy just logged into his email, just got the new password that they changed it to, and started looking at all the files again. Are you that attached to one password? You can't just switch it up?
I got 25 passwords. I can't remember all my passwords.
Yeah. So they continue to search all the things. He got fired from the Cardinals. He's under federal investigation now. I mean, at that point, is it really his fault? Is it really his fault that you're stupid? That's a great one. This is another interesting story. It's actually one close to home. The former Philadelphia Union soccer team, their head coach Peter Nowak is being investigated for multiple offenses while he was coached. One of them is a tradition he had where he spanked all the rookies. I don't know if it was bare ass or if they had pants on, but he had a tradition. He would bend them over his knee and he'd spank them. If his hand got sore, he had a bucket of ice water next to him so he can cool his hand off to continue spanking them more. That was the first thing he did. Second thing he did, after the MLL season kind of has like a mid-season break. So after the mid-season break, everyone had like their, when you have All-Star breaks and you don't make the All-Star team, you go on vacation and stuff with your family. Well, after the break, he forced every player to cancel their vacations. Said, we were not playing well enough, so you all coming in, and he made them run 12. Keep in mind, they do these breaks in the middle of summer. That's when the season's kind of like June, July-ish. They're running 12 miles in the Philadelphia heat and humidity, through woods and stadiums and parking lots in their cleats. And it's not easy to run on parking lot in your cleats. He did not give them water. Assistant coaches would try to sneak them water. He found out, he grabbed them, and he dumped them out and threw them in the bushes. Didn't give them any water. And then finally, the cap it off, and this is great, especially considering the new Will Smith movie. If players complained about concussions, he called them pussies and made them play. Said, you cannot sit out if you have a concussion. You need a better injury than that. He said, a real man doesn't get concussions. You can play through that. In soccer, all sports, where you head ball and things like that.
When he bring out the ambulance every time a guy falls.
So Nowak is under a lot, and the best part is he has agreed, admitted to every single one of his allegations. Because that's the way I coach. Yep. He's old school. I like that. The Denver Nuggets are selling a hat on their website now. It's Denver Nuggets Pride is the name of the brand of hat. Well, the color of the hat is white, so they're marketing it as, and on the website, Denver Nuggets White Pride hat. Buy it for $12.99. Yeah,
we got a problem.
There's a screenshot of that. They still have it up. They haven't taken it down yet. So if you want to have a White Pride hat, Cashy, I got one for you, $12.99.
Get me one
on the way. The more NBA news here. The Portland Trailblazers, they accidentally made their second leading scorer, CJ McCollum. He's averaging 21 points a game. He's really good. They accidentally made him inactive before a game against the Clippers. Because apparently now we're game time, you fill out your official who's active, who's not. He accidentally put McCollum's name in the inactive spot, so which forced him to be completely inactive unless the opposing coach comes out and agrees. In the same vicinity, looks at the card and goes, okay, it's fine, you can take him off. Right. So they found the error. They called out Doc Rivers, can you please come and sign off on this? Doc looked at the card and goes, no, I don't sign off on that. And McCollum did not play for that game. They did not let him play. Clippers won by 11, so apparently it pays off. Doc Rivers is a complete. That's a good move. I would do the same thing. I was like, your second leading scorer can't play tonight?
Yeah.
Your fault. I didn't do that. It's customary in NBA that if that ever does happen, it's happened once before.
That's not a bad
that
move.
The other coach goes, okay, no, I agree, I understand that. This is something I'm sure you probably heard of. It's local news, local. I think it's a big news in the Chamonix head coach.
Yeah,
with his headbutt / chest bump.
There's been a lot of talk about that.
A lot of talk on national, ESPN, everybody. That's what I was wondering. What if you wanted to? What was your opinion of that? My daughter. Do we agree that it wasn't a headbutt?
Yeah,
because originally it was headbutt.
To me, what I looked at that, I mean, he's not a bad dude. I have some friends who are friends of his in the area, in the coaching. My daughter, of course, goes to Egan, which is one of the schools they play in. Our radio station, when we were on WBCB, used to do some of their games. Used to bump me a couple times off my show now and then, like that. Anyway,
now he's bumping refs.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like to me, doesn't look like he intended to do that. I mean, he went at him. And I guess
what he did obviously was wrong.
Yeah, because you can't make contact regardless. Even if it's an accident, you should never get yourself that close to make that kind of contact. It looked like he was just trying to charge the guy to get into his face. Like you see umpires and players in baseball, they get each other's face real close. Yeah, and he got too close. And to me, he should have got that close, but it looks like the ref took a flop the other
Little flop
way.
job?
Man. I mean, come on, he was
He's probably a former player.
he looked like a bullet.
He was
shot.
taking a charge.
Yeah,
He should have got up and went like this. That would have been the best
I mean,
thing.
he didn't fall down like crumbled. He just went back with his arms in the air like he was
He's
taking.
probably a former player. He's used
absolutely.
To it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I coached basketball for 2 years. I coached like high school age basketball for 2 years. I was like 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th graders. I've never gotten that close. The one thing I blew up on the ref this one game. We hit the game. We went to the line for 2 shots to take the lead or tie the game. I forget what it was. We made the first. It was to tie the game. We made the first one down by 1. We made the second one. Would you believe it? This ref has the audacity to call a lane violation. Have you ever seen a lane violation call in any game?
What?
On us. So it didn't count. The other team got the ball. We lost by 1. I went nuts. I had a hat on. That hat went across.
Wait, a lane violation
on the shooter or on somebody like one of our team.
Left before the ball got to the net.
They called a lane violation. But I mean,
is that called a lane? Well, because you're in the lanes. Oh.
But when did that call get made ever?
It's in
as a ref trying to be a hero.
In the NBA, maybe at a crucial moment.
They'd never call. Yeah, this was crucial. I lost the game by 1. I went nuts.
I think you called that
I got tossed.
School ball. Yeah,
it was the only time I ever got tossed. And finally, wrapping up to the U-Wall report. I don't know if you saw this. I think I might have tweeted the picture out on us. Brian Urlacher might be the most famous bald guy for white men. He's not bald anymore. You see his picture?
How did he get hair?
He got hair transplant.
I can't look right.
It doesn't look right. It doesn't look right at all.
Because he's known, you know him.
He's been bald since he's like 21. Like, this is how he came into the league. I'm used to this.
That's like me dyeing my hair brown.
Please don't do that. Please don't do that. Yeah, Brian Urlacher, he's got a full head of hair now. It doesn't look right. I'm not a fan of it. I mean, it's very rare that the white man can pull off a nice bald head. It really is. And he pulls it off. We all knew that.
White pride.
Yeah. Get Brian a nice white pride head. So I'm not a fan of that, Brian.
It won't mesh anymore. It's not got hair on it now.
And that is the Wall report.
All right. Good one, man.
Look at that. Just under the hour.
Right on
I timed it perfectly.
Yeah, we're cutting our show short because Mike and I want to watch the rest of this game. Got to go hang out with our dudes, slop down some beers or whatever it is we do on a Monday night.
Slop down some beers on a Monday night. That's what we do. That's what we always do.
Yeah. I'm Cashy the King. I got Mikey the Wall here. Don't forget February 1st, Steam Pub.
How could you forget?
We're gonna do it. We're gonna broadcast live from the restaurant. Bring your family, bring your friends, bring your aunts and uncles. Don't bring your dogs, but be thirsty and hungry at the same time. Come out and support the cause. That's February 1st, 8:00, hour earlier than usual. 606 2nd Street Pike in Southampton, PA. Home of Chef to the Left, Brendan B., which you can go there any day now and have a nice dinner with him. Just
Flyers, 6 roast me ice.
Yeah, 6
authentic roast Jordan Matthews jersey.
Yeah, authentic sports Goombahs.
Yeah, I was gonna say, pull it out. Show the people.
Listen, when you
got a couple dozen of these coming through.
When you're coming in the neighborhood, one of these people stop and they point. They point.
That's a bad way to word it. They probably will point. They'll point and laugh.
We know those guys. All right, I want to take the show out with a little tribute to a rock and roll star of my history. I don't know if you were into David Bowie. Passed away.
Not into him, no.
Passed away yesterday of cancer.
I'm aware of who he is. And
didn't know he was sick.
I respect his gear or his game.
He's got some good music. I probably get blown off the air for playing his music, but the hell with it.
So already over. The show's over.
Yeah, you got that right. Cashy the King, Mikey the Wall, Sports Goombahs. We're going to take you out to a little Bowie music. You have a good one. We'll see you next week.
Sorry, YouTube.
Yeah.
I wish I could swim like dolphins can swim. Though nothing will keep us together. We can beat them.